Hi guys, welcome back to your practice. Today we're going to do a lot of lower body work and looking at different ways that you can measure your standing postures and play with them a little bit. So we're going to really be stepping outside of the normal constraints of our standing practice, looking at different rotations of the legs and how that affects the rest of the posture. So we are going to use a couple of blocks primarily, and you also can grab a blanket if you like to use that in your seated practice. And come sit with me on a block. So we're going to do a squat, and putting a block underneath you will take out some of the effort. And I want you to use this to really measure out your practice and really lift and lengthen your spine. So you could use one or two blocks, especially if you're taller, maybe take 2 blocks. And we're gonna take the feet narrow. So sometimes in asana, we have the feet wider for a squat. That's totally fine. We're gonna start with more of a narrow squat. So 2 fists here. And then I want you to turn your left toes out towards 10 o'clock and turn your right toes out to 2 o'clock. Keeping the heels about 2 fists apart. Cool. Now I want you to pull your sternum up. So think, instead of rounding, the sternum, it's like a string, is pulling it up to the sky, and your shoulder blades are going back, and this will help lengthen your neck. So the crown of your head is lifting up to heaven, and your tailbone, your perineum, is going straight down to the earth. Yeah? Shoulders back, chest forward. Spread your toes and think that the arches of your feet are lifting. So you're gripping the mat with your toes. Awesome. We are going to take a Kapalabhati. So we're going to take the arms up, wrap your armpits in, and the arms are by the ears. So this is a powerful exhale out of our nose. And every time you exhale, you're going to snap your belly in. Looks like this. So you're just focusing on the exhale. So let's begin together. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Exhale all the air out of your nose. Good. And interlace your fingers overhead and straighten your arms. And then take a full breath in. Release your pointer fingers. Squeeze your arms into your ears. Sip in a little bit more air, so really fill up your lungs. And once you feel full, pause there. Relax your face. And then feel the parts of you grounded to the earth. And feel the parts of you lifting up. Stay there for another moment. And then 3, 2, 1, exhale, release. Beautiful. You're going to bring your hands down right in between your feet. And we're going to turn the toes to face straight ahead. And I want you to flip your left hand backwards and flip your right hand backwards. Cool. Now turn your heels in and step on your palms. So take the heel of your foot on the top of your hand. Cool. You're going to breathe in. And then when you exhale, lift your butt as high as you can, keeping your palms on the ground. You don't have to straighten your legs. Cool. Inhale, drop your booty. Exhale, lift your booty, drop your head. Inhale, drop your booty. And again, the block could be 1 height or 2 blocks if you want. Exhale, drop your head. You don't have to straighten your legs all the way, just as much as you can, keeping your palms down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Cool. Drop your hips. And let's take the feet a little bit wider, just so we can notice the difference, notice what's available. So we're just taking the thighs further away from the center of the body, creating more length in our inner thighs, more space in our inner groin. So if you turn your fingers in and your fingers touch, then you can turn them all the way around. So it's about shoulder width, yeah? Okay. Thumbs are turned out, fingers face you, breathe in, and exhale, lift your booty. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, extend your legs. Inhale, bend your knees. Your toes are still turned out. Exhale, drop your head. Inhale. Exhale, let's do one more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good, bend your knees. And then take your feet once again about hip width, 2 fists apart. You could have your toes forward or out, up to you. And we're gonna bring the arms up and we're gonna lift up nice and slow all the way up to standing. Nice, take a little lean to one side. Inhale, come up. Take a little lean to the other side. Inhale to center, stick your booty back, lift your heart, and slowly go back into your squat. Again, blocks can be whatever height you need. So if this is challenging to get up, then just make the blocks higher. We're gonna do 2 more. So lift, bring the weight towards your toes, lift up, and exhale, booty back, heart up. Let's do one more. Moving with control, stamina, good foundation, good structure. Cool. Now this time, lift up and see if you can lift your heels and keep your heels lifted. So on the balls of your feet, you still have your heels lifted. Heels lifted, so good for your lower body. And let's do one more with the heels lifted. So even as you get up, you can think that the heels are lifting. Even if they come down, just lift them back up. So it's not the practice, we have an archetype of the perfect measure, and that's what we're going for. And we're working towards that, right? If we don't have a good measure or something to reach towards, then how can we evolve, right? So if your heels go down as you lift up, no big deal. Try to keep them lifted, right? It's a practice. Keep your chest up as well. Keep your arms up. Okay, beautiful. Now I want you to take your left hand behind your heel, scoop up your heel. Take your right hand behind your heel so your thumbs are out and the palm is holding the heels, yeah? And lean into your feet and lift your butt and take your head down. And just take 3 nice full breaths into your back, spreading your back. Maybe shake your head out a little bit, release your neck. And then take your blocks to the front of your space and take a child's pose. If you have a blanket, you could put it between your hamstrings and your calves to kind of massage out the calf muscles. We really need mobility in our calf muscles. This is like the second heart, the heart of the lower body. This helps pump the blood back up after it is always going down when we're standing, right? Or taking your legs up the wall is another great way to support the lower body, the feet, the calves. But giving a little myofascial massage is another nice one. So you can sit here and rock a little left and right. If it feels good to sink into a child's pose, do that. And then it might feel good to like lift the knees a couple times. And if you're looking for more sensation, you can always fold it thicker and deeper and really get in there. Okay, let's take our blanket off to the side and then take a downward dog. Take your feet as wide as your mat, or actually maybe not that wide depending on how tall you are, but take your feet wider and turn your heels in and your toes out. Similar to how we did our first squat. And then just rock your booty left and right. So tick-tock your hips left and right. So we're moving left and right from center. Notice how that opens up the sides of the waist and the sides of the ribs. Good. Come to the middle, bend your knees, lift your heels, straighten your legs, lower your heels. Good. Bend your knees, lift your heels, straighten your legs, keep your legs straight, lower your heels. One more time. Bend your knees, lift your heels, straighten your legs, lower your heels. Cool. Keep your left heel down. Step your right foot all the way to your right wrist and turn your toes out. Cool. Bring your armpit to your knee and walk your hand off to the right, off of your mat. Bring your left hand to your sacrum and feel that your sacrum is pretty level, so you're not leaning to the right too much. And then take your left arm up, your knees in your armpit, your right hand's going to the right, and then walk your left hand to the left side of your mat, all the way off the mat, and then take your right hand up and straighten your right leg any amount. Beautiful. Bring your right hand inside your ankle, and you're going to flip your hand like we did before. So your thumb turns in, and you're going to just slide your hand underneath your heel. And if this feels challenging, you can shorten your stance a little bit. But I want you to find this fit of your knee touching your upper arm, touching your tricep, and your palm is flipped. And you can micro bend your right elbow and then take your left arm up. Try to wrap your armpit forward and then reach over your ear and grab the back of your head and lean your head back and see the ceiling. Cool. Spread your toes. So you're rotating around your center axis, yeah? Take another breath in. And then exhale, release your hand. And we're just gonna step right foot back where it was. So we're in this like toes out down dog. Cool, step your left foot all the way forward by your left wrist. Turn your toes out to 10 o'clock. Your knee is tracking the center of your foot, your knee's over your ankle. And then find your knee touching your armpit. And you walk your left hand over to the left. So once the knee's in the armpit, we can move the hand a lot of places, yeah? Walk it towards 10 o'clock, same direction as your toes. And then take the right arm up. Rotate the armpit towards the sky, or towards the front of the room, rather. Breathe in. And then release your right hand. Bring it off to the right side of your mat. Straighten your left leg and twist to the left and take your left arm up. Big breath in as you twist. And exhale, release. Bring your left hand and flip it. Thumb turns out. Lift your heel. Stand on the top of your left palm. Micro bend your left elbow. You're going to push your knee into your upper arm, just below your shoulder. And then you'll rotate the right arm up. Again, think that your entire right arm rotates forward. And then look up at it. Bend your elbow. Take your arm over your ear and grab the back of your head. Supporting your occipital ridge, the back of your hairline. Lean your head back and see the sky. Spread your toes. Take another breath in. Use your exhale to release your hands and step to your toes out, down dog. Bend your knees, lift your heels, straighten your legs, breathe in, and exhale, lower your heels, breathe out. Good, bend your knees. Inhale, lift your heels, straighten your legs. Exhale, lower your heels. Awesome, step your right foot forward, same way, toes out. Bring your knee to your armpit. And this time you're gonna take your right hand inside your foot and flip your palm backwards. So your right thumb is turned out, your right knee touches your right shoulder, and then you're gonna revolve and take your left arm up. Breathe in, exhale, release. Bring your left hand outside the mat. One more time, take a big twist to the right. Exhale, release. Cool, bend your knee and do a little back bend. Lift your chest. And exhale, straighten your legs. This time, bend your knee and lift up and take a quad stretch. Grab your foot with your right hand. Pull your foot to you. And then push your foot into your hand. Let that open your chest. Grab a block, bring it underneath your thigh on the highest height. Walk your hands forward. Maybe lower your left elbow. Reach your right arm up, bend your knee, try to catch your foot. You can pull your foot, and then you can kick it into your hand. Beautiful, release. So nice, and step to your downward dog. Toes out, down dog, please. Step your left foot forward. Turn your toes out to 10 o'clock. You're gonna slide your arm inside your leg and flip your palm. So you're gonna reach far back so that your knee and your shoulder is connected. And then revolve the right arm up. Big breath in. Exhale, release. Take your right hand to the outsides of your mat, over to the right. Twist to the left. Left arm up. Legs are straight. Breathe in. Exhale, release. Lower your back knee. Do a back bend. And exhale, straighten your legs. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Beautiful. Bring a block underneath your quad. Walk your fingertips forward. Chest forward, vision forward. Lower your right elbow. Reach around and find your back foot. You can pull it to you and maybe kick your foot into your hand. Breathe in and then release. Take your block to the side. Step to your toes out, down dog. Lift your heels, breathe in. Exhale, lower your heels. Step your right foot forward. And this time you're gonna line up your foot with the edge of your mat. So your toes face forward. Walk your right hand to the left side of your mat and take your left arm up. Breathe in. Exhale. Bring your left hand all the way to your right foot and twist to the right. Right palm faces the right. Turn your sternum to the right. And release. Down dog. Toes out. Step your left foot forward. This time, line up your foot with the left side of your mat. Left hand down, inside your legs. Straighten your legs. Take your right hand up. Breathe in. Turn your palm forward. Release. Bring your right hand inside your foot. Turn to the left. Chest faces the left. Left palm up. Turn your palm forward. Breathe in. And exhale. Release. Down dog. Bring your hands a little closer together and hop to a squat. Cool. We're going to take our blocks again and sit on them. Again, you can sit on 1 or 2 blocks. Walk your feet underneath your knees. Feet are hip width, knees forward, so not turning out, narrow width. And then lift your right shin up. Reach inside your knee and catch your big toe. Bring your knee to your elbow. And then extend your leg all the way. Take it out to the right. Rebend your knee. Cross it over your left thigh. Walk your hands down towards the floor. Flex into your right foot. Clean it if you need to. Push your right knee down and away from you. Breathe in, chest forward a little bit. Breathe out. You can do a little cat-cow here, very subtle in your upper spine. You might feel it more in your right hip as you back bend. Cool, let's come up and switch sides. Hug your left shin up. Reach inside your knee, catch your big toe with your peace fingers, and then bring your knee to your elbow. Lift your chest, and maybe kick your leg all the way forward. And then take it out to the left a little bit. Rotate your toes out like we've been doing. Bend your knee and take your ankle over your right thigh. Figure 4 stretch. And you can look down at your pelvis and see that it's pretty level, yeah? So I might have a tendency to turn to the right to avoid the left hip folding. So just notice that, what happens in your body. Walk your hands down towards the floor. Pull your chest forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Little back bend, little forward bend, little cat-cow in your spine. Might be very subtle. Like no one can see the engagement that you're doing. So you're refining it. Cool. And then release. Arms up. Lean into your feet. Stand up. Breathe in. Exhale, squat back down. Bring your hands by your toes. Lift your hips and fold. Take your blocks to the side. Round your back. Come all the way up. Cool. We're going to do the same posture standing. So you're going to hug your right knee up into your chest. Now it's going to be a lot harder because we have to have this bottom hip open. But we're going to go forward. Grab your big toe with your right peace fingers. Focus on lifting your chest and keeping your left leg straight, even if you can't straighten the top leg. So let's keep the bottom leg straight. Bring your knee to your elbow. Keep straightening the left leg. Maybe kick the right foot more forward. Keep straightening the bottom leg and then take it out to the right. If you like, towards 2 o'clock, rotate your toes to the right. You're externally rotating that leg. Toes out like we've had most of the practice. Good, and then bend the knee. And this time grab your foot with your left hand and let your right knee go down. So we'll do like a half lotus pose. And if this isn't happening easily, just let your foot go down towards figure 4. That's where we're all gonna go anyway. So you're gonna take your ankle just above your knee, hinging at your hips now. You could put your hands on blocks. Cool. If you like doing an arm balance, you can do that, if that's interesting. If you're really feeling wild, you put your shin on your triceps. And the blocks make it easier. So that's an option. And then just let that ankle cross. So now your ankles are crossed and your head is down. Relax your head. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Cool, let's come all the way up and unwrap the feet. We'll do the other side. So hug your left shin up. Reach inside your knee and catch your big toe with your peace fingers. Lift your sternum, keep the right thigh straight, and then extend the leg a little bit just to get the knee to touch the elbow. Re-lift your chest, re-straighten your bottom leg. Kick forward any more. And then roll the toes to the left, roll the leg out. Keep rolling that thigh externally. Keep lifting your chest. Bend your knee. Grab your foot with the opposite hand, with the right hand, as high as it'll go, and then let your knee naturally go down. Maybe it'll go all the way down to face the floor. Take a breath in your half lotus, and then let your ankles slide just above your knee. Bend your knees. So we're in this figure 4, ankle to knee stretch again. And again, just notice kind of the hips for my body really want to turn to the right to avoid the fold in the left hip. So try to keep your pelvis level, facing forward. And if anything, think about pulling the left hip back more. Cool, and then you can use the blocks if you want under your hands. You can wrap your toes around your tricep. You can take your little balance if that's interesting. Slide your shin on your triceps. And this is a great way to prep for bringing your hands all the way to the ground, which you can obviously do. Okay, whenever you're ready. And cross your ankles and fold over your legs. Release your neck, breathe into your back. And come all the way up. Take your arms up, breathe in, look up. Hands to the heart. Cool, unwrap your legs. Arms up, breathe in. You're going to grab your left wrist and lean to the right as you exhale. Cool, and then move your hips more to the left. Inhale, come up, grab your right wrist, reach up and over to the left. And then move your hips even more to the right. Inhale, come up, exhale, fold into your legs. Find a plank pose. Beautiful. Okay, I want you to flip your left hand like we've been doing. Flip your right. Left forward, right forward. Flip your right hand. Flip your left hand. Go back, right, left. Again, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left. Lower your knees. Sit back on your feet. Maybe take your hands into fist and just roll them out to get a little stretch the other way. Take your hands together, interlace your fingers, and just roll your wrist one direction, and then go the opposite way, like a little figure 8. Downward dog. We'll take the feet the normal way. Inhale, go all the way to an up dog, little back bend. And exhale, down dog. Walk your hands backwards until your heels are easily can be on the ground. So bring your right hand in between your feet. And I want you to step on your right hand with your right foot. And then you're going to lift your left leg up. It's like a standing split, warrior 3, crazy thing. Good. And switch. Bring your left hand in the middle, flip your palm down, put your left foot on it, toes out a little bit, and lift your right leg. And release. Cool. Bring your right hand outside your left foot and twist. Look to the left. Good. Switch sides. Left hand outside your foot. Flip your palm. Look to the right. Bring your chin in your armpit. You can bend your left knee a little bit. Let's go back and forth one more time. Go to the left. Bend your right knee. Look at the ceiling. And then go to the right. Bend your left knee. And then release. Sit back on your feet. Grab your blanket if you want to use it. You can put it in the middle of your mat. Downward dog. Inhale your right leg up. You're going to step over to the left, outside your left foot, and you're going to bend and straighten your right leg. You can be on the pinky knife edge of your foot. Good. Take your knee behind your right wrist and take an active pigeon. So you could put your hands on blocks. You could bring your arms up. You could grab opposite elbows. I want you to think that you're suctioning your knees together, pulling your chest to the front of the space. If you want to take more of a back bend and quad stretch, you could bend your back knee, grab it with your left hand, maybe find it with your right hand, and kick your foot into your hand. Downward dog. Step your left foot outside your right wrist and bend and straighten your knee. So you're on the outer edge of your left foot on the pinky toe side. And then take your knee all the way outside your left wrist. Slide your hips back or move the blanket so it's underneath your perineum. That's the center of your pelvis. And stay upright. So lift your chest, square your hips, your pubic bone, the frontal hip bones to the front of the space. Square your chest. Make sure your back knee's facing down. And maybe take your arms up. Maybe grab opposite elbows. Little back bend. And if you want, you can find your back ankle. You could just start with one hand. And you could always use a block to support your opposite hand. And if you want to reach back with both hands, you can try it. Kick your foot into your hand. Let that open your chest more. So you're flexing your foot and pushing it away from you. And then release and find a downward dog. Walk your feet to the blanket. You're going to put your heels on the blanket, 2 fists inside your feet, lower into your squat. Bring your shoulders inside your knees. And same idea as the beginning of practice, pull your chest up. Lengthen your spine. You can rock a little left and right. This is helping keep your heels down as we are in a narrow squat. So your feet are hip width. If you want, you can do an arm balance here. Turn your fingers in, that's shoulder width. You're gonna have to lift your butt above your knees. That's step 1. Step 2 is to bring your knees to your triceps as close to your armpits as you can. That's step 2. And then maybe you lift your toes to your butt. You can start to extend your arms more straight as well. And then go back where you were. And let's come into a forward bend, forward hinge. Heels on the blanket. Walk your fingers forward a little bit. Take a few deep breaths. Beautiful. Take a seat. And as I mentioned, you can sit on your blanket, and that is going to help lift your pelvis up. So when you're doing any kind of a seated hip opener or forward bend, we want to be able to get the head over the hips. And so if the hips are really tight, the hip flexors are tight, you might feel rounded. So this sitting up on a blanket can help you have more openness in the front of your body. So the way we're going to come into this shape is bringing your feet forward, and you're going to move your knees left and then right. We're going to do a couple different shapes seated. Take your knees over to the right, and then you're going to turn your left toes underneath you. Yeah. And so you're on the toenails. And then lift your booty and try to sit on both of your sit bones. So try to get that left sit bone down. And then you can straighten your right leg. So your thighs are relatively parallel. And again, you could sit up from here on the edge of a blanket. Cool. And then we're just going to walk the hands forward any amount. You can think lift your sternum, pull your toes towards you. You can slide your right forearm underneath your knee, grab your foot with your left hand, and pull your head towards your shin. And breathe into your back. Come back up, step on your right foot, open it, grab your foot, bring it on the highest part of your left thigh, and then you let your knee go down any amount. You could put like a block under your knee so you have something to push into. Cool, we're gonna twist to the right, try to catch your foot with your right hand. Look over your right shoulder, and that right thigh is grounded. So again, you're pushing into the ground or the floor. Revolving to the right. Beautiful. We're going to unwind the way we came. So extend the leg, lift the left knee, bend your knees, and then you're going to rotate left and right again. And you can move your block or your blanket, and then we'll do the other side. So take your knees to your left. Grab your toenails and flip the top of your foot down. So your butt is going to be right inside your heel. And then move your knee a little bit to the right and try to lift your sit bones and get both of your butt cheeks on the floor. So not just the left, yeah? Try to get that right hip to go down. And you can straighten your left leg, adjust yourself as best you can so that your thighs are making a perfect parallel, like the number 11. And a blanket can help with that, to sit on the inside of your right foot. Hinge forward at your hips. Pull your heart forward, lift your toes up. Micro bend your knee and slide your left forearm under your knee. Grab the outside of your foot with your right hand and pull your head to your forearm. Pull your head. What is this called? Your shin bone. Thank you. And deepen your breathing. You can slightly pull the navel in and send your breath into your back. And then slowly come up. You're going to bend this knee. Take it out to its own side. Grab your foot. Bring it to the pocket of the right thigh. And my left leg doesn't go down as far as my right, so I'm going to use a block. And the block is not preventing us from going down. It's just a way to have something to engage the muscles. So if we don't have anything to press into, we can't activate the muscle. So it's nice to have something to press into. Could be a block. And see, I can already get it down more easily to the floor, even after like pressing just 3 times. So try it out. Push the knee down into something. Rotate to the left. Maybe catch your foot. Draw the thigh further down. You can use your right hand to create some space between your thigh and your belly. Twist. So it's not a lean to the left, it's revolving around your center axis from your head down through your perineum. Look over your left shoulder. Come back up. Release the left leg, step into the right foot, move your blanket, windshield wiper your knees left and right. Beautiful. Sit in Virasana with me. So sit on your block, on your shins. Legs are perfectly symmetrical and parallel. Bring your left hand palm up, right hand palm up. Put your left hand over your right and tap your thumbs to touch and let your arms relax like that. And start to soften your eyes, send your awareness into your body. Bring your awareness down to your feet, your ankles, your pelvis, your hips, your navel, your ribs, your sternum, your shoulders, your neck, your tongue, your jaw, your teeth, your nose, your eyes, your brow, your hair, and the space above your head. And as you breathe, imagine your breath going from the center of you to the edges of your skin, to where your skin meets the air around you, meets the ground below you. Your exhale takes you back into center. Your inhale is a widening and rising and expanding in every direction. Your exhale is a releasing into nothingness, back into the center. Your inhale is yang, it's expansive, it's opening. its potential. Your exhale is releasing the past. Your inhale is your ability to be open, be available to your potential. Your exhale is to let go, to prune, to release what is not needed, what's holding you back. And we need both. We need both this stepping into our future and releasing what we can't take with us, what we no longer need to carry. You can bring your hands together. This is just a gesture of reverence for your practice, honoring yourself, honoring this practice, offering up some gratitude for so many wonderful teachings passed down by the known and unknown teachers. Gratitude for our own lives and our body and all the potential and all of the good things that are already with us here and now. Take a big breath in, fill up your lungs. Sigh it out. And I'll say namaste. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in you. Namaste. So nice to be connected and to share this practice with you. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you in the next practice inside the community. Bye, friends. Sending you so much love and light.